You sprint into a police station in the dead of night, completely hysterical. You scream that your entire family has been replaced by strangers. The officer tries to calm you down. He asks for your age. You tell him you are 21. But the officer just looks at you with absolute pity and points to the mirror. You stumble toward it, and the face staring back at you isn't a young student. It is a broken 40-year-old man. How did you lose 20 years of your life in a single night? Forgotten. The year is 1997. Jin-sok is 21, struggling with severe anxiety, and looking for a fresh start as his tight-knit family moves into a beautiful new home. He idolizes his older brother, the golden child, the perfect son, the one who always knows how to calm him down. But right from the very first day, something feels deeply wrong. There is a locked room upstairs. At night, Jin-sok hears noises. Strange, muffled sounds. A heavy thudding echoing from the other side of the wood. He tells his brother, but Yusok just smiles. He tells him it is only the wind. He tells him it is just his anxiety medication, playing tricks on his fragile mind. Then comes the night of the rain. The night the illusion completely shatters. Jin-sok watches, helpless and paralyzed, as a group of men violently drag his older brother into a van and vanish into the storm. For 19 agonizing days, the family lives in a nightmare. And then, just as suddenly as he was taken, he returns. He has no memory of the last 19 days. He seems perfectly fine, but Jin-sok notices the cracks. His brother used to limp on his right leg, but now the limp has shifted. Late at night, Jin-sok pretends to be asleep. He watches the bedroom door slowly open. He watches his brother, the man who is supposed to be his protector, stare at him with cold, dead eyes. Jin-sok decides to follow him into the dead of night. What he finds makes his blood run cold. His sweet, perfect brother is meeting with the very men who kidnapped him. He isn't a victim. He is their boss. Terrified, Jin-sok realizes his entire family is an act. His mother and father are strangers. They are actors. He makes a desperate run for the police station, sprinting through the rain. He sits there, completely hysterical. The officer asks for his age. Jin-sok says he's 21. He says the year is 1997. The officer looks at him with pity and points to a calendar. It is not 1997. It is 2017. Jin-sok looks at his reflection in a nearby mirror. The face staring back at him is not a young college student. He is a weary, broken man in his early 40s. The world spins. The truth comes crashing down. 20 years ago, a brutal double murder took place in that exact house. The family of the victims spent their entire lives hunting down the killer. They finally found him. Jin-sok. But the trauma of the event had completely shattered his mind. He genuinely had no memory of the murders. They needed a confession. So, they bought the exact same house. They hired actors to play his family. They recreated the year 1997 down to the smallest detail, hoping the familiar environment would trigger his buried memories. The locked room upstairs? That was the murder room. The noises he heard? The actors breaking character. But the truth of why he did it is the most tragic part of all. 20 years ago, Jin-sok's real brother was dying. He desperately needed a surgery they could not afford during the devastating financial crisis. In a moment of absolute desperation, Jin-sok accepted a job on the dark web, a hitman contract. He was hired to kill the mother of that household, but the job went wrong. The daughter woke up, the mother fought back, blood was spilled, and in the chaos, a young boy, the youngest son of the family, was left crying in the corner. Jin-sok spared the boy's life, demanding he count to 100 and never look back.
In the present day, the man playing his older brother, the man who orchestrated this entire 20-year revenge plot,
reveals his true identity. He is that little boy. He grew up, destroyed his own life to find the killer, and staged this entire psychological nightmare just to ask one single question. Why? Why did you kill them? Jin-sok remembers everything now. He remembers the blood. He remembers the guilt. And he remembers the name of the man who hired him on the dark web. It was the father of the family. The father wanted his wife dead for the insurance money. Jin-sok looks at the man playing his brother, the little boy whose life he ruined. He knows the truth will completely destroy him. So, for the first time in his life, Jin-sok makes a choice to protect someone else. He lies. He says no one hired him. He says it was just a robbery gone wrong. The man, broken and exhausted by a lifetime of hatred, knows that something is wrong. But he finally lets go. He steps out onto the ledge of the hospital building and falls to his death.
몇 살이야? 5살이야.
Jin-sok, his mind finally clear, but his soul completely hollow, takes a lethal injection. The revenge is over. The memories are finally buried forever.
the true devastation of Forgotten isn't the plot twist. It is the complete psychological collapse of its characters. The line between hero and villain completely dissolves. Jin-sok's mind could not process his unforgivable crime, so it simply erased it. His psyche fractured, completely rewriting his reality and reverting him to an innocent state, just to survive the unbearable weight of his own guilt. But the boy who survived? He went the exact opposite way. He allowed his trauma to entirely consume him. He spent 20 years turning himself into a monster just to catch one. They are a mirror image of the exact same tragedy. Two men trapped in parallel prisons of trauma. One imprisoned by the memories his mind was forced to repress, and the other paralyzed by the memories he refused to let go. The ultimate horror of the film isn't the murder itself. It is the realization that trauma creates a psychological maze with no exit. And for both of them, the only way to finally break free was to die.